welcome to my class. So, let's all stand and let's start our day with a prayer. Okay, before you take your seat, pakipulot mo ng mga basura sa ilalim ng inyong mga upuan. Okay, thank you. You may now take your seat. So today, we're going to talk about how technology or ICT can make learning math more efficient, more exciting, and effective. Okay. So, Chapter 9, ICT in Mathematics Teaching. Subtopic, Background of ICT in Mathematics Teaching, Pedagogical Issues of ICT in Mathematics Teaching, Styles of using ICT in Mathematics Teaching. Activity 1, fill in the blank. So, then activity 2, is it fact or bluff? Here are the 3 objectives. At the end of the discussion, the learners were expected to understand the various pedagogical issues and teaching styles related to the use of ICT in mathematics education, including their implications for effective learning. Second, demonstrate a positive attitude towards integrating ICT tools in mathematics teaching by recognizing their potential to enhance student engagement and learning. And last, apply ICT tools such as graphing software or educational math apps to create interactive lessons that address specific mathematical concepts effectively. Here are the background. Using ICT to enhance mathematics teaching. So, what exactly is ICT? Okay, it's a fancy way of saying information and communication technology that includes computers, tablets, smartphones, and also the internet. Then why ICT is important in mathematics teaching? Well, it offers a whole bunch of benefits. First, ICT helps us develop our ICT capability. This means we get better at using technology, which is a valuable skill. Which is a valuable skill in today's world. Second, ICT makes giving and receiving feedback more efficient. With tools like online quizzes and interactive platforms, teachers can quickly access our understanding and provide targeted feedback. So, di ba may mga online quizzes din? May mga apps na online quizzes like Kahoot, pwede dito mag-himo mga online quizzes. So, para mas ma-engage pa ang mga students. Then third, ICT can enhance our engagement in math. Tama naman, di ba? Kasi syempre, pag ang iba, pag math naman ang subject. Ang iba naluluyahan, naboborengan. So, ICT is dako-dako na group para ma-enhance pa ang mga students. Like mga interactive simulations, games, videos, can make learning more fun and keep us interested. Then fourth, ICT improves our visualization. Yes, pinaka-ano din. Kaya di ba mga teacher, nahihirapan sila like pag sa graph, sa charts, sa diagrams, magsulat-sulat pa sila nila sa whiteboard, tapos dili ma-straight, mahiwis, dili nila maayo illustrate. So, through ICT, mas ma-understand na sa mga student ang mga complex mathematical concept too easily. Then last, ICT supports exploratory learning. We can experiment with different mathematical ideas and see the results instantly. The last bullet, ICT aids in modeling and analysis. example, we can use software to create models of real-world situations and analyze data to draw conclusions. So ICT talaga is dapat na buling, di lang para sa students, also para sa teachers. Teacher's role. While ICT can be a powerful, the teacher remains central to the learning process. Teachers should use ICT to demonstrate, explain, question, stimulate discussion, and encourage predictions and interpretations. But remember, while ICT is a powerful, our teachers still play a crucial role. They guide us, di ba? Mga teacher, pag di kita maalam kung mag-ano kita sa ICT. So, ang mga teacher ada para i-guide kita. Ask questions and also encourage us to think critically. Using ICT to enhance mathematics teaching. May duha ka question. Is ICT adding value? And second, is ICT being used appropriately? First, is ICT adding value? This means we should always ask ourselves, is this technology actually helping us learn better? Is it making math more engaging, easier to understand, and more practical? For example, using a calculator to do a basic arithmetic might be the best use of technology. But using a graphing calculator to visualize complex functions or simulations to explore real-world problems. Now, that's adding value. Second, is ICT being used appropriately? So this question about using technology the right way, we should make sure we're not using it for the sake of using it. Kaya diba, is napapasobra magamit sa sa ICT. Permi na lang nag-realize sa technology. Dili na sila nag-realize sa dili. Let's say we're using a math app. So damo ang mga math app like MathSpace, Math Blaster, then mga Kahoot, sabi ko kanina. It's great for practice, but we should not rely on it completely. Sabi ko nga kanina, dili dapat kita maka-rely pa rin sa ICT. We still need to understand the underlying concepts and be able to solve problems without the app. So, we want to use ICT to enhance our learning, make math more fun and interactive, help us understand complex ideas, and prepare us for the future. But we need to we need also to be smart about how we let use it. Let's make sure we're using technology to our advantage, not for the crutch. Kaya di ba ang iba nag-use sa ICT para permi na lang ICT sila nag-rely, hindi na sila sa ilang sarili, sabi ko kanina. So dapat maging smart, maging wise man kita sa paggamit sa mga technology. Hindi dapat napapasobrahan ang paggamit natin sa technology. Balance lang dapat sila. Next, pedagogical issues. Now, technology can be a powerful tool to enhance our learning, but it's important to use it wisely. We need to focus on how it can help us understand math concepts better, not just for the sake of using it. So, let's look some common issues here. May 4 na common issues. Sometimes, we might rely too much on technology, right? Hindi natin na siya maano sa atin sa dili. Kaya pwede kita nag-rely sa technology. Like, minsan nga rin pag nagtatukot si teacher, ada ang technology. Dapat na ito. Di ba? So, like using a calculator for simple calculations, this can actually hinder our mental math skills. Minsan nga rin nawawala na natin tiwala sa ating sarili. As a future mathematics teacher, di ba? Kita ng mga mathematics students. Minsan nawawala kita ng tiwala sa ating sarili. Mag-add lang sa mga gawin na bagay, mga 5 na numbers, na ano na kita, like, tama ba, nakaisip kita, tama ba ang akong gawin mo? Tama ba ang akong pag-add, pag-solve sa ning? So, permi kita mag-gamit sa calculator. Kasi syempre, nawawalaan na kita tiwala sa ating sarili. That's, makaka-apekto man siya sa atin kung permi na lang kita nag-release sa calculator. Focus on pedagogy. Remember, the focus should always be on teaching and learning, not just the technology itself. We can use ICT to support our learning, not replace it. So, kadamuan sa ating dili na nag-focus sa pag-alit may teacher sa front, dili na nag-focus kay teacher, kaya pwede na lang sa ilang mga cellphone nag-focus. Dapat, pag si teacher sa front, itago ang mga cellphone. Kaya para makafocus sa learning, makakuha ay learn kay teacher na nasa front. Hindi si teacher babaluan. Okay? Yes. Functional versus pedagogical use. There's a difference between using technology for practical purposes, like using a spreadsheet and using it to teach concept like math simulations. We need to balance both. Wala dapat sa inda balance lang dapat ang pag-ano sa inda. Last, declining use of programming. Programming is a great way to learn, right? In a math problem solving skills. So let's not forget to incorporate it into our learning. So how can we use ICT effectively? First, plan carefully. Second, evaluate critically. Then focus on pedagogy, balance functional and pedagogical use. Then encourage programming. So ang sa maginsan ko kanina sa mga issues is ang kabaliktaran sa paggamit nila para mas effective ang paggamit natin sa ICT. So, the impact of technology on mathematics education. Ano na sabi ko kanina, like computers, graphical calculators, while powerful, have not seen widespread adoption due to learning curves and differences from standard calculators. Standard calculators can be used effectively to support problem solving and conceptual understanding, especially when used strategically. Overuse of calculators can hinder the development of mental arithmetic skills. Tama sabi ko kanina. ICT can enhance learning by providing high-quality illustrations, facilitating quick switching between diagrams, and enabling interactive discussions. Then second bullet, effective use of ICT involves its integration into the lesson's core activities rather than simply adding technology for its own sake. The last bullet, student access to computers is crucial for their independent use in learning. So, dapat hindi lang kita permi sa technology. Sabi ko kanina, hindi lang dapat sa technology permi na like, kasi may mga negative effect din sa atin. Like sabi ko kanina, na pag-solve sa gamit-gamit ng mga numbers, magamit pa kita calculator. So, nawawalaan kita, tiwala sa atin sa dili na, ay, kaya na ako isolve na walay gamit ang calculator. Kita minsan, permi na lang kayo ng calculator na to. Kaysa calculator, permi ilagay para daw tama. Kasi nawawalaan sa tiwala sa inda sa dili. Styles of using ICT. Siya, di ba? Ako sa student-centered ICT use din, ang panduba is teacher-centered ICT use. Mga na siyang pinaka-importante. So, teacher-centered ICT use. In these styles, di ba? The teacher is the main driver of the lesson. Tama, si teacher. They use ICT tools like PowerPoint presentations, online videos, interactive whiteboards to deliver content and guide the learning process. Di ba pag magamit si Sir si teacher sa PowerPoint, mas ganahan ang mga student kasi syempre lively ang anong teacher, ang anong lively ang iya discussion. Kaya minsan na naboboring ang mga student pag, pero na lang sulat sa teacher sa blackboard, naboboring na ang mga students. So pag magamit si teacher sa PowerPoint, syempre mabutangan niya ng mga animations, may mga bata na ng bukso-bukso, so mas ang mga makuha ang attention sa mga students. While this approach can be effective for introducing new concepts or providing clear explanations, it's important to balance it with student-centered activities. Next is student-centered ICT use. This style encourages students to take an active role in their learning by utilizing ICT tools independently. These styles empower students to take control to their learning. They use ICT tools like educational apps, online simulations, or programming software to explore math concepts independently. Di ba sa online, pwede kita mag-download sa mga namatama ng mga math apps para mas ma-engage pa ang mga students. Di ba, magamit Kahoot for online quizzes. Then, sa Excel din, pwede man ang mga student dito, pwede sila dito maging charts, diagrams, pwede sila dito maging spin the wheel, maging sila wheel sa Excel. So, damot talaga na benefits ang ICT sa atin. This approach can be very engaging and motivating. Tama? Tama, di ba? Okay. As it allows students to learn their own pace and in the way that suits their individual learning styles. However, it requires careful planning and guidance from the teacher. Although si student is isa po siya sa ICT, dapat permissive teacher sa iya gilid para hindi masobra ng gamit ang student sa ICT o sa mga technology. Kasi syempre pag si student na anak permit, ngari ka mag-ano, siya dili mag-computer kunuhay, o dito may nag-laptop. So, una anak, although gihimo niya ang time ng teacher. Taod-taod anak, may ganyan na siya naman dito sa iba na apps, games na siya. So, mawala ang iya sa dili dito sa learning. So, very talaga si teacher sa atin. Dapat si teacher ada permit para mag-guide sa atin. Next, challenges and consideration of ICT in mathematics classrooms. Computer, suits and familiar environment, limited flexibility and technical difficulties. Tablet computer, security and management, familiarity with operating systems. Di ba dili naman kita talaga nakaka-access sa internet? May iba na, yes, nasa sila yung technology, pero mahihirapan sila mag-access sa internet. So, hindi lang, isa po siya sa difficulties. Kaya, what if si teacher nag-send sa inabisi sa okay class, ano po ini ang inyong adalan? So, si students is mag-ano na siya, paano naman po ini i-download? Kaya wala ila signal. Isa dito sa difficulties. Din sa limited flexibility, ang sabi ko na limit lang ang may technology. Challenges and consideration of virtual learning environments, or VLS. Benefits and VLS, remote access, efficiency and individualization, paper-based system, interactive learning, collaboration, support for absent students. So, di ba, pag virtual learning environment, nakaantas na rin ang mag-online class si teacher, mag-online class na lang. Pag wala si teacher, mag-online class, mag-asynchronous class lang. So, ito man, benefits kay si teacher, less ang paggamit ng teacher sa mga paper. Dira, magsulat siya, mag-visual siya dira, mag-visual, mga IMs. So, through this, di na si teacher mag-remove IMs. Kasi syempre, online class na lang. Then, challenges of VLS, technical difficulties, teacher management, security, and privacy in digital divide. Okay, activity 3, role play, since dito po kita himusa na. Then, let's review. Activity 4. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for listening, class. I hope na may nakatunan mo sa akin lesson. Okay. Isa lang yung sabihin na gamitin ng ICT wisely. Gamitin ng technology smartly. Hindi po dapat babalyuan ang ating mga traditional learning model. Dili siya, ang ICT lang is mapa-enhance, pwede niya ipa-enhance ang traditional learning model. Dili po siya babalyuan. Okay? Once again, I am Lori Magdimotro, your teacher rather.